Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. It's in the description below, the direct purchase and pricing email question line for your questions about buying this or any watch you see here on Watchbox Reviews, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. And today we're discussing the latest generation Rolex Daytona. Technically, the Oyster Perpetual Cosmograph Daytona 116-500 LN. It's a 40mm stainless steel watch with a ceramic bezel that bowed in this form at Bezel World 2016. So 40mm in diameter, the watch is a reasonable 12.2mm thick, and if you're going to measure it across the wrist, two ways to do that. On the bracelet, it is 50.4mm from end link to end link across the wrist, though I should mention that if we're going to wear this on some sort of a strap, the actual lug-to-lug is 46.6mm with a 20mm spacing between the lugs. Quickly throw this one on the wrist, have a look at it. Our new wider vantage point gives you a better sense of how the watch looks on the wrist. As you can see, my 16cm circumference wrist, no problem. There's the cuff, and the watch ducks underneath the cuff, so no problems there. It's not terribly broad across the wrist, more so with the bracelet, sure, but I've seen 13.5cm wrists wear this exact watch, so I can vouch for that size. The watch will look and sit right. Taking a quick look at the bracelet, it is the Rolex Oyster. But this not being an entry-level model, it has some feathers in its cap. First, polished center links, something you don't see on the basic models. Polished outer faces. Every Rolex bracelet is sized with screws, not pin sleeves, so you've got that refinement. And on the underside, big gaps to avoid pinching skin or pulling hair. Also allows the wrist to vent well. Of course, I mentioned that there are some upgrades here, and high polish inside a clasp is a sign of a flagship Rolex model. You'll also note that there is a beacon, a hook system internally, so there's a lift lock. Watch it latch shut as I push it down. That's the first locking system. This is the second, a clamshell. Straight through polish. Again, this is a premium Rolex, so it's got polish on its outer face and a combination of satin and polish on its center. There's a little curve so you can dig your nail in to open up the clasp, and then you've got an easy link system, which is a 5mm tool-free adjustment mechanism. It's the equivalent of adding or removing one full-size link, so you have the ability to do a little bit of switching and stationing using EasyLink, but you also have more stationing options because there are 3 divots drilled inside the clasp, and you can see there are little tracks leading into the divots, so you can use your spring bar tool to re-anchor the bracelet and perform some sizing without EasyLink or removing or adding any links. The case band is elegant and graceful. It's got more in common with the Date 8s and the Date Justs these days than it does with the GMTs, the Subs, the Sea Dwellers, and the Explorer 2s. It's graceful with polished tops, polished sides, trip-lock crown, which is a bit more than you'd expect on a 100-meter water-resistant Rolex. The watch is rated at 100, but with the trip-lock crown generally seen on the Sea Dwellers and Subs, I think this watch is probably conservatively rated at 100 meters. All the same, respect the limits. Screw down chronograph pusher. You can see that the Daytona features a vertical clutch and a column wheel mechanism, and the column wheel is one of the crispest you'll find. I always mention Zenith with the El Primero, Longa, Breitling's B01, and the Rolex Caliber 4130 is the best feeling and sounding column wheels in the business. Hear it against the mic. It feels good, it sounds good, it is good. Vertical clutch system, so the chronograph always starts without any jump or stagger, and if you wish you can just leave the chronograph running and then you can have hours, minutes, and seconds at center. Just ignore the rest of the chronograph indications. The bezel is ceramic and thus incredibly scratch resistant to shield the remainder of the watch. All of the indices as well as the numerals are deposited platinum, so you get a little bit of precious metal on this watch. You get a bit more on the dial, where the base is a black lacquer, and then there are silvered sub-registers with polished chapter rings, but the indices, the hands, and the Rolex crown are all white gold to avoid tarnishing or oxidizing over time. You have that red Daytona script right above the constant seconds indicator at 6 o'clock, and on the inside of the case, manufactured caliber 4130, 44 jewels, automatic winding, bidirectional. This was the first generation of Rolex manufacturer movement to use a rotor bearing, which is tougher and more shock resistant than the old jeweled staff on, for example, the 3135. 72-hour power reserve, 28,800 vibrations per hour. You've got the column wheel, the vertical clutch, a stop seconds or hacking function, and for shock resistance, a full balance bridge with a free sprung index. The two features make it very shock resistant. A COSC certified chronometer adjusted in 6 positions, not 5. 2005, Rolex certifies the watch as a superlative chronometer, which means from the factory, it pledges that this watch, as an assembled watch, not a bare movement, will run +2, -2 seconds per day or better. The overcoil hairspring, Breguet overcoil, made by hand inside this watch helps it to earn that distinction, +2, -2 per 24 hours or better. The overcoil is also made of a blue oxidized niobium zirconium that Rolex calls Cerachrom blue, so this is a highly anti-magnetic watch. It has a great deal of refinement and manufacturer pedigree to it, and in a lot of regards, the 4130 caliber represents the best of everything because it's also fairly service-friendly. An impressive timepiece inside and out. This is the Rolex Cosmograph Daytona in its latest iteration. We're only 2 weeks away from the 24 Hours of Daytona 2020. Get your Cosmograph on. Email tmosso@thewatchbox.com with your purchase and pricing questions. The Rolex Daytona by night, Rolex Chromolite Blue proprietary lume.